Hi everybody, I'm News 6 meteorologist Candace Campos. Here's another look at your weather forecast for the upcoming days. It's the middle of summer and it is the middle of hurricane season, so there's no surprise we are watching a few things in the tropics, just two. We have one area over the Caribbean. It's a tropical wave that has about a 10% chance of development within the next week. It will be something we'll be talking a lot more about in the upcoming days, not as much for development, but more as a rainmaker for our weather forecast. And then a little further out over the Atlantic, across the far eastern Atlantic, we're watching another disturbance that has a better chance, has a medium 50% chance of development within the next 5 days. Still plenty of time to watch that one. And depending on what month it is during hurricane season, the climatology for development tends to change and fluctuate. So tomorrow, by the way, is the start of August, if you can believe that. These are the areas that we really keep a very close eye on as systems tend to really develop in these areas. Most likely right over the Caribbean, which is right where that area we were talking about that could be a big rainmaker in our forecast in the upcoming days. But before we get there, let's talk about Wednesday and Thursday. Very typical summertime pattern will be ahead. Temperatures running above average in the mid-90s, and then those afternoon thunderstorms will start to fire up after about 2 o'clock. Have your model data coming up in just a few seconds. But at Exploria Stadium tonight, it is a big event. It's like the Pro Bowl of soccer. It's the big MLS All-Star game. The match is at 8 o'clock. The good news is everything should be clearing out. The skies, the rain, all of that should clear out by the start of the match at 81 degrees by 8 p.m. If you are planning on heading out there earlier in the day, maybe for some tailgating, just make sure to have the rain gears. Rain chances are still up to about 40%. So let's look at the modeling data. You can see that sea breeze line developing right along 95. Tracking inland throughout the afternoon by 3-4 o'clock, pretty much up and down the I-4 corridor, and then everything shifts to our western side by 4 o'clock. But then look at this, by 7 o'clock, the skies will start to clear, our rain starts pushing out towards the west coast, and we're done with the rain for the day, and we'll rinse and repeat that weather forecast once again for your Thursday. Now let's talk about Friday though, because that's when we are going to be anticipating a better chance of rain. So by Friday and Saturday, rain chances do go up significantly. We're talking 60 to 70%, and that's all thanks to that tropical moisture that will be ahead in the forecast. By the way though, it will also be cooling us down. Temperatures are expected to stay in the 80s potentially Friday and maybe Saturday. Speaking of Saturday, News 6, the Getting Results Expo, that's coming up. Perfect day if you think about it to stay inside because it's going to be rainy and cloudy, and hey, it's also tax-free. Rain chances will be at 70%, but a nice day to be at the malls. Come by, say hello. We'll be there from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7-day forecast looks like this: 60 to 70% Friday and Saturday. Temperatures though won't heat up as much, so there is kind of glass half full kind of mentality there on Friday with a high of 88 degrees, and then we'll get back to a more typical summertime pattern by Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. That is your forecast. Have a great day. Stay cool, stay dry.